Hey, here's a quickie demo of the 2-hoop 1-hand workshop we just did. So we covered split time, which looks like this, where the hoops are spinning split time, same direction. Don't forget, you can do one on the palm, one on the wrist, or both in the palm, propelling the outside hoop with the 4 fingers. From the side, one on the wrist, one on the palm. I'm still gripping it, giving it a little push each time it spins around, or both after the thumb, outside hoop in the 4 fingers. We covered spinning the hoop on the wrist and moving the hoop in the palm in all these folded, twisty positions to get used to keeping that plane and pulse level and consistent on the wrist hoop. It's going to help a lot with all the hybrids, so just play around. Then we did the butterfly, where you spin the wrist hoop inward, spin the palm hoop outward, and pulse up and down. You can also do a little toss right back into the hand, or maybe you just toss and grip the hoop. That's fine too. Then we talked about hybrids. We have isolation versus extension, also called isoflower. So just work on your vigorous isolation and an extension hooked on the wrist, and then put them together. You can start with your little swing, swing, full circle, 1 isolation, maybe do 2 isolations, and then just build up that endurance until you can do it consistently. Then we have the isolation versus anti-spin. So an isolation with the thumb leading versus spinning the hoop inward, doing your 4 or 3 pedal isolate or anti-spin. Work on anti-spinning on the wrist. And then grip the hoop. Work on those 4 corners of the isolation. So spin the hoop inward, start thumb down, 1 corner, the bottom, across, and then do that awkward hand switch. See if you can hit that top point. And then you just work on those 4 points until you can consistently isolate and hit those points with the wrist hoop. You can also do an in-spin flower, where the prop is spinning the same direction you're rotating the arm. So that would look like this. You just switch the direction of isolating. In-spin and anti-spin. And the last hybrid we covered was an anti-spin versus an extension, which looks like this. Very hard to do with low ceilings. So very similar hand motion to the isolation versus anti-spin. Only difference is when you get here, thumb down, same native side, you just rotate the hand. Open the hand at the bottom to do a hand switch, regrip thumb down. That's the hardest part. And then extension with grip. And then the last thing we talked about was 8 grip or Cho Grip. So looks like this. 2 transitions here. Holding both in the palm, grip the outside hoop in the 4 fingers, inside hoop with a thumb, looser grip on the 4 fingers on the hoop that's farther from you. Flick inward, separate. The hoop in the 4 fingers is going to fold, and then you're going to strengthen your grip. So the hoop that's closer to you is the one in the palm. The other way is to hold both in front. Arm goes in front and through. Open your wing, twist outward, and they should separate. And then you grip the 4 fingers around the hoop that's farther from you. The one in your palm is gripped by your thumb, and then you can simply bring it in front. Again. Once you have your 8 grip either way. Oh, and the last way to do that would be spin the hoop on the wrist, fold the hoop in front, open your thumb, and then sneakily grip your thumb over that spinning hoop. That's one more way to get into the 8 grip. Then you can play with just isolating and sliding, switching which hoop is isolating. You can do that left and right or up and down. Then we have our isolation hand switches. So if you meet here, start by taking the one in your palm in front of you. So reaching across the body, trace the bottom, open the thumb, grip that outside hoop with your 4 fingers and take it along for the ride as you isolate across. Do the hand switch up top, and then isolate the bottom half of the middle hoop. You can do that both ways. So you could trace with the thumb first and then isolate the other way, both directions. You can also switch from here and have this hoop in the center, trace the top, open the thumb to do the hand switch. Or reverse that, do the hand switch by opening the thumb first and then tracing the top. And there you have it.